Hey everybody, in today's video I just wanted to hop on here real fast and tell y'all what we're going to be doing. So we took a trip Wednesday through last Saturday, and I'm just straightening up. I had cleaned the house right before we left, but now it's been the weekend and there's just a bunch of stuff I had to unpack and just straighten up just from this past weekend. Excuse the noise in the background, the kids are playing, but I just wanted to hop on here and tell y'all hey, and I hope y'all enjoy the video. The current noise. And here I'm just showing y'all the mess. So it's crazy how fast it can get messy. And now some of this stuff was toys, and I did let the kids leave that out, and then we just clean it up in the evenings. But other stuff was just left out from the night before, and so I'm just gonna start cleaning this up. And in the kitchen there was a bunch of dishes just from the weekend, and also in those freezer bags there was medicine and different things that I had packed for the trip, so I'll be putting that away soon too. So I'm just trying to straighten up a little bit. I always have to have a blanket to wrap up in the evenings. We do like to keep our house cooler, and one reason is because I like to wrap up in a blanket, but two, I like to always be drinking hot tea or coffee. And if it's too hot in the house, then you just can't enjoy it. So we do keep our house on the cooler side, but that's the way that we like it. And we're all hot-natured. So here's the mess from breakfast. We had made breakfast really fast, and then I had a hair appointment, and so I didn't have time to clean up before the hair appointment. And I got home, and this is what I came home to. Now, a lot of this too, like I said, is from where I had unpacked from the trip that we had taken with our church group. So it isn't all just from breakfast, but some of it is. And if your kids love to help you bake, then those little muffin packs are perfect. Me and Liam made these that morning. I actually bought this at the vendor event that I was at a couple of weekends ago, and I decided I wanted the house to smell good, not only look good. So I started that pot, and it smelled so good. And we still have a little bit of a cold going on, and I could still smell it even with this cold. And so can my husband, and he's still got the cold too. And I've got it going still. If you cover them up good and put them in the fridge overnight, then you can get them back out for usually 2 or 3 days, and then the water will start looking weird, or it just won't keep smelling up. But for now, it's still going strong, and I love it. We had a blast on the trip that we took. We went up to Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We did several things. So I'll start off with day one. It took about 9.5 hours of driving, but legit it took about, I think it was like 11 hours just because of stops. We stopped at Buc-ee's and a couple of other bathroom breaks. We had some small kids with us, and then we went to a restaurant the first night called Shady Maple. I don't know if y'all have ever been there, but I highly recommend it. It's Mennonite owned, and it's a food bar, but it is the largest buffet I've ever seen. It is so good, and they have everything that you could want. And then they have a cute little store below it that you can get whatever souvenirs that you'd like. Then the second day, we started out, I believe it was at breakfast. We went back to Shady Maple and we ate breakfast there, and then we went to Sight and Sound, which I also highly recommend. You can just Google it to see the pictures of it, and also at the end of this video I have a clip of it. It is magnificent. It's a Christian play. We went to see Noah's Ark and the kids loved it too. And then after that we kind of went home, relaxed a little bit, and then we went to play putt-putt that evening. Then the next day was our last full day there, and we went to a cute little place called Bird in Hand for breakfast. It was a little bakery, an Amish bakery, and they have amazing whoopie pies, so highly recommend, and homemade cinnamon rolls, sourdough bread, all that kind of stuff. Super good. And then we went to the Amish village. That was a lot of fun. Then we went to ride the trains at the Strasburg Railroad, and that's also a lot of fun. And then we went to eat lunch and head to the Hershey World. And then at 5 p.m., I didn't get anything on video here, I forgot, but we went to the Hershey Park, and that was a lot of fun for everybody. We all enjoyed that. We stayed until they closed, which was right around 10, and then we went home, and the next morning we traveled back. So we were busy the entire time, but we had a blast. We stayed in a very large Airbnb home, and it was so much fun. And every year we try to do some kind of trip with the young adults or youth in our church, and my husband is the youth leader, and this year that's what we did, and we just had a blast. I hung my daughter's little sweater up here, and then I realized how adorable that looked and how cozy this little corner was. I had to show y'all. So her room, her ceiling is vaulted, and her window is the largest in the house. It's got the rounded window up at the top, but it's an old window. So her room actually stays kind of cold in the winter, or even this time of year. Right now we're having a cold front. It's only been in the 40s this week, and it's been raining a lot. So it's felt really cold in her room. So we have that little space heater, and it helps keep her room nice and toasty in the evenings and at night. But we do love the window for the lighting. We just wish that we had a newer window, but they're so expensive. I had to leave this clip in, so I put her little stroller in the corner where it goes, and here she came strolling it right back out. But I thought that was so cute, so I had to show y'all. So instead of having a junk drawer, she basically was having a junk basket. This is her diaper caddy, but it had gotten messy. I had just been throwing little things in here all along, but it's been driving me crazy. So I decided to clean it out, and I was very happy with the result, and everything got put where it was supposed to be instead of just being thrown in there and then me losing things and not knowing where they were anymore. If you do start to get overwhelmed because you've let things go like this, just instead of like going for everything, say you've got 3 or 4 bigger things that have just like gotten messy, just go for one thing at a time. Like, this didn't take that long. It took maybe 3 or 4 minutes to clear out. And throw things away if you're not using them, if it's trash. If you're not going to be using them, get rid of them, donate it. And just make sure that everything has a place. So that's what I did. I put everything away. I do usually keep this pretty tidy, but you know, when life gets busy, we've been sick with colds and different things can get messy, but just try to keep up with it, like one thing at a time. Right now I've got to clean out her closet, but I cleaned out Liam's closet, and because for a while both of them were messed up. So, you know, I just went through one, and next I'll be going through her closet. Just, yeah, one thing at a time. Try not to get overwhelmed. I went from room to room here. I started in the living room, I went to the kitchen, and that way all of that part of the house, when I walk in there, it smelled good from the little simmer pot, and it also looked nice and clean. And then I went to Evie's room, got it clean. I went to Liam's room. I didn't film that, but I did clean it up. He had some toys out. I let him leave out, but I cleaned up any clothes or shoes. And then I went to our room. Our room was messy. I didn't film this, but I also had to empty our suitcase. So I made up the bed first, and then I emptied the suitcase, got everything straightened up, and then I was able to relax. We made supper, and then that evening we got to relax in a nice clean house. We cleaned up the toys at the end of the day when the kids were going to bed. See, I don't want to be too strict with the kids. I want them to be able to have fun with their toys. I don't let it get out of hand most of the time. Like, I make them clean up if they're trying to get out every toy under the sun. But if it's just, 3 or 4 different toys that they like to play with all at the same time, let them be kids, let them play with it, and you can put it up at the end of the day or when they get done playing and they want to watch TV. So now the video is coming to an end, but I'm just showing y'all some of the beautiful land in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Some of the fun things that we got to do, like here's the putt-putt course. The Amish village, they had animals that you could feed. The kids absolutely loved that. They had cows, goats, peacocks, chickens, horses, ponies, donkeys, pigs, everything. Here's the kids just enjoying the trip. I didn't think that they would actually like the Amish village as much as they did. They absolutely loved it. There was a cute little schoolhouse. Liam went up to the desk, pretended like he was the teacher, and yeah, they had a blast. Evie loved sitting in the little school desk. They had them from large to small, and she went directly to the small one and got in it and sat down, and it was so cute. And here's the railroad station. I just love how pretty everything is. Here's the train coming in. That's the one that we got to ride. And then here is Hershey World. This is the little ride. It goes through the process of their candy making. And at the very end, they give you a sample of candy. We got Hershey bars, and they taste so much better than when you buy them from the store. It is not just me. I asked everybody, I was like, what do y'all think? And everybody agreed. Like, you can tell the difference. It tastes so much fresher, and it is so good. And they also have like unique bars that you can only get there. It was so good. So yeah, we had a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for coming along.